Do not ignore this if you collect Social Security. We have a big warning coming out from the Office of the Inspector General for the Social Security Administration. Changes happening to Medicare Part B right now, and also new legislation, a new bill proposing $200 per month increases across the board for everybody that collects Social Security, including retirement, SSI, SSDI, Veterans Affairs, railroad benefits. So if you collect any of those, you're probably going to want to see this video. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the latest headlines so you can see it for yourself. New Social Security scam uses a high-pressure scare tactic. What to look out for. Now, also, here is the Office of Inspector General's official press release on this. If you receive an unexpected letter, a text, or an email from the Social Security Administration Office Inspector General, think scam first. They are sending out the warnings. Now, as I mentioned, in addition to that, you can see this article coming out in the last 48 hours. Standard Medicare Part B monthly premium is going to be jumping to 9.7% in 2026. A lot of warnings coming out about your Medicare. Do you have your house in order? Now, also, some of the big news now that Congress is back in session and the government is now operating again. Who will qualify for the $200 monthly Social Security increase? You can see the date on this coming out November 15th, 4 days ago, as we have a new piece of legislation that has come out proposing $200 per month increases across the board for everybody collecting Social Security. And just to clarify, this is a new piece of legislation. This is not the old one that we saw before from Bernie Sanders. That was the Social Security Expansion Act. You can see here the new bill could increase benefits by $2,400 and eliminate taxes on benefits. That was back in May that we saw that re-released, but this is entirely new. So there is that new bill that is on the way, and this is not a new concept, but it is coming back. As take a look at this, you'll recall Joe Biden, he had said back in 2020, we should also increase monthly Social Security checks by $200 per month as proposed by Senator Wyden and colleagues. Seniors and people with disabilities are uniquely at risk right now. A lot of people felt like he had promised there would be increases and changes to Social Security. We never saw that materialize. However, now we are seeing some changes happening to Social Security, and we're going to see if this is going to unfold, and I'm going to keep you up to date on it every step of the way because they are saying big changes need to be made to Social Security. There are warnings coming out for recipients. The solvency is coming to an end, and people are saying that that cost of living adjustment, it is simply not keeping up. Medicare Part B premiums are eating it up, and an across-the-board increase sure would be nice. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, but I'm going to go ahead and dive right into these articles, get you caught up on the latest so that way you can see it for yourself. And if you appreciate that, before we dive in, take a second, hit the thumbs up like button, subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. I'll keep you up to speed on everything and cite all the sources, put it on the screen, and read right from it. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this so that way you can see it for yourself and heed these warnings coming out as new Social Security scam uses high-pressure scare tactics. What to watch for. You can see this actually coming out in just the last 24 hours. Now, this says a new high-pressure scam seeks to convince individuals that their Social Security number may be suspended due to criminal activities, according to a new warning. Be aware. It's a scam, the Office of the Inspector General for Social Security Administration said in a recent alert. The scheme involves emails sent with the subject line, Alert, Social Security account issues detected, an attachment with a fake letterhead purporting to represent the SSA OIG warns recipients that their Social Security number may be suspended within 24 hours and that their case may be referred for criminal prosecution. The schemes typically use scare tactics to dupe victims into handing over their money, such as flagging suspicious activity on accounts, claiming personal information is being used to commit crimes, or alleging online accounts or other personal devices have been hacked. Now, when recipients of the fraudulent emails call the phone number provided, they may encounter someone impersonating a Social Security Administration employee who sometimes even uses a federal worker's real name. Alternatively, callers may be directed to send a text via an automated message. The SSA OIG, which provides independent oversight of the Social Security Administration, is warning recipients not to share their personal information in response to this notice. If you get an unexpected call, text, email, letter, or social media message from the SSA OIG, or any government agency, pause and think scam first. Michelle Anderson, Acting Inspector General, said in a statement, "The person contacting you may not be who they claim to be. Notably, the SSA OIG will never send letters like this," Anderson said. Older adults more likely to report scam losses. Government imposter scams may also purport to be from other agencies, the Social Security Administration, the IRS, Medicare, or Federal Trade Commission. For example, other schemes may claim to represent well-known businesses. In 2024, consumers reported losing more than $12.5 billion to fraud. So if you're thinking that this is not happening, they're saying billions are being lost as a result of these scams. A 25% increase over the previous year, the Federal Trade Commission reported in March. Investment scams were the most common way to lose money, with $5.7 billion in losses reported by consumers in 2024, followed by imposter scams with $2.95 billion in losses. Adults ages 60 and over are most likely to report losses of tens of thousands of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars from scams, according to the FTC. The number of older adults who reported losing $10,000 or more to scams went up more than 4 times from 2020 to 2024. The agency reported in August. In those same years, the numbers of older adults who reported losing more than $100,000 jumped nearly 7 times. Now, to avoid becoming a victim, the FTC warns consumers targeted by these types of scams not to send or transfer money to anyone. The agency also recommends independently verifying whether a phone number or a website is real and talking to someone that you know and trust before transferring money. Blocking unwanted calls can also prevent scammers from contacting you in the first place, according to the FTC. So there you have it, you guys. That is the report and the information coming out. Now let's take a look at the official release coming out from the Office of the Inspector General. It says unexpected letter, text, or email from the Social Security Administration Office of the Inspector General. Think scam first. The Office of the Inspector General for the Social Security Administration is warning the public about a new government imposter scam. Victims receive an email with the subject line alert, Social Security account issue detected, containing an official-looking attachment on fake SSA OIG letterhead titled Suspension of Social Security Number Due to Criminal Activities. This high-pressure scam claims the recipient's Social Security number will be suspended within 24 hours and their case referred for criminal prosecution, listing several charges. The attachment is stamped official document and official government communication, urging recipients to immediately contact the OIG using the provided number. Be aware, it's a scam. If you call the number, a scammer may answer as the Social Security Administration Office of the Inspector General, or an automated message may prompt you to send a text. The scammer impersonates the SSA employee and may use a real employee's name to request personal information. The SSA Office of the Inspector General will never send letters like this, stated Michelle Anderson, Acting Inspector General. Scammers continue to exploit fear and confusion by using official-looking letters and real SSA employee names to threaten you and convince you that they're legitimate so that you will respond and provide them with your personal information and money. If you get an unexpected call, text, email, or letter, or social media message from SSA, OIG, or any government agency, pause and think scam first. The person contacting you may not be who they claim to be. And here is a look at one of those letters so that way you can see it for yourself and know. Here it is. And you can see this one actually dated November the 5th, 2025. And you can see here what this scam letter looks like. So they are saying, please be aware of the scammers, protect yourselves, stop, think it's a scam. Visit ssa.gov/scam to report any Social Security related scams. To learn more, stay up to date, and I'll keep you up to speed on all of this here on the channel so that way nobody falls victim to that. Because right now, people need their money, they don't need to be scammed, and they actually need quite a bit more, because right now what we're hearing is going on with Medicare is concerning. Take a look at this and let me know, are you concerned about this as well? This coming out in the last 48 hours. Standard Medicare Part B monthly premium to jump 9.7% in 2026. And that's why I let all of my followers here on the channel know about Chapter. So Chapter is a partner that I work with. They've helped out thousands of my viewers. On average, they're helping them save $1,100 a year. And they're just making sure that you've got the best coverage for you. You can see it right here on the screen, the phone number, 984-375-0879. And with a 20-minute call, totally free, speak to a real person. They're going to walk you through and see what is the best Medicare program for you. If you got the best one, that's it. Congratulations. But if they find something better, they're going to go ahead and see if they can help you out and could potentially save you a lot of money while it's needed right now, while we've got these issues going on with Medicare. So give them a call if you need Medicare help. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this. The standard Medicare Part B premium will increase to $202.90 per month in 2026, up $17.90 or 9.7% from $185 per month in 2025, according to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. The increase marks the second highest Part B premium increase in dollars, according to Mary Johnson, an independent Social Security and Medicare analyst. The highest increase of $21.60 per month happened back in 2022. Retirees may see this as a continuation in relentless cost increases. Johnson said via email, Medicare Part B is medical insurance that covers both medically necessary and preventive services. Part B premiums are typically deducted directly from Social Security checks. Any increase to those monthly premium payments affects how much of an increase Social Security beneficiaries may see in their monthly checks in 2026. The Social Security Administration has announced a 2.8% cost of living adjustment for 2026, which is expected to add about $56 per month on average to retirement benefits. And let me know your thoughts. Do you think an across-the-board increase of $200 in addition to this would be nice? Because that's what a lot of people are saying, because they're saying $56 extra a month is not cutting it with inflation and the cost of goods right now. The Part B premium for 2026 may be seen by beneficiaries as taking a significant chunk of, or even most of their COLA, Johnson said. A hold harmless provision ensures that Social Security benefit payments do not decrease from one year to the next as a result of Medicare Part B premium increases. That said, other automatic deductions from Social Security checks for premiums tied to private Medicare Advantage insurance plans or Part D prescription drug coverage may reduce benefits, according to Johnson. The $202.90 standard Part B premium rate will apply to individuals with modified adjusted gross incomes less than or equal to $109,000, and for married couples who file taxes jointly with modified AGI less than or equal to $218,000. Approximately 8% of Medicare Part B beneficiaries pay what is called an income-related monthly adjustment amount that is added to their monthly premiums if their incomes are higher, according to CMS. The annual deductible for Part B will be $283 in 2026. Now, according to the agency, a 10% increase from the $257 annual deductible in effect for 2025. The increase to both Medicare Part B premiums and deductibles are primarily due to projected price changes and assumed utilization increases that are consistent with historical experience, according to CMS fact sheet on price changes. Income-related adjustment amounts are typically based on tax returns filed for the 2 years prior. Beneficiaries who have since had their income go down or who have experienced a qualifying life event may report that by submitting a form to the Social Security Administration. So warnings coming out on that as well, potentially eating up your increase. And that is why, again, you can see on the screen, free Medicare help, 20-minute call with a real person will help you out. And the creators of Chapter, their parents were actually scammed, did not have the best program for them, and they have vowed to make sure that never happens to anybody else. So that is their mission, is to make sure that those who are relying on Medicare have the best program that is available to them, not just the best one that got the best commission for whoever was the broker that helped them out. They want to make sure that you have got the best one for you and your family. However, regardless, people are saying they need more income from Social Security, that the increases are simply not enough keeping up with inflation. And that is why we're seeing new legislation that has been put out. who would qualify for the $200 monthly Social Security increase. You can see this coming out just 4 days ago. Let's take a look at this here. It says this legislation was introduced late last month, not to be confused with the Social Security Expansion Act. A group of Democratic senators has introduced a bill that would increase Social Security benefits by $200 a month for half of 2026. But it wouldn't be just traditional Social Security recipients who would get this boost. It would be quite a bit more people. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think they need to do something like this? The Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act would provide the extra $200 a month starting in January of 2026 and running through July of 2026. The increase is designed to offset higher prices due to inflation, according to Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer. Seniors face difficult decisions as they see their bank accounts shrinking, and the Social Security cost of living adjustment is simply not reflective of the current reality, Schumer said. I urge Republicans to join with us to help offset the cost of Trump's inflationary trade war and give seniors the money that they deserve. Now, we're going to see what unfolds with this, because right now, in addition to the increased prices, Donald Trump is also talking about those $2,000 tariff checks to go out, keeping you up to speed on that as well. That is happening right now. We'll see what unfolds with that. I'll keep you up to date here on the channel. Reading on, it says the bill covers the 71 million Americans who receive Social Security benefits, as well as the additional 7.5 million who get Supplemental Security Income, or SSI payments. SSI covers low-income seniors and people with disabilities. The increase would also cover those receiving federal railroad retirement payments, disabled veterans, and those receiving veterans pensions. The boost would be on top of the 2.8% cost of living adjustment that beneficiaries are set to receive in January of 2026. The COLA increase will average an additional $56 a month for the average beneficiary, some of which will be eroded by higher Medicare premiums. Medicare Part B premiums for 2026 are $206.50 a month, an increase of $21.50 from 2025. So there you have it, you guys. A lot of warnings coming out regarding those scams. We heard from the Social Security Administration about that. In addition to that, warnings about your Medicare Premium Part B is going to be eating up some of your COLA increase, and that is why we are seeing legislation proposed for an across-the-board increase of $200 per month. Now, I will keep you up to speed on all of this as more unfolds, so you know exactly what is going on. And if you appreciate that, hit that like button, subscribe to stay up to date. And as always, all of the sources, all of the links, they're going to be down below in the description, so you can read these articles for yourself, along with a link to my friends over at Chapter to help you out if you just want to see what is the best option for you. It's a totally free call. You got nothing to lose. You might as well see if you've got the best one. A lot of people surprised to find out that there's actually better options. So check them out if you're interested, and I'll catch you in the next one, you guys. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.